Hi everyone, I'm Allison Floyd. You know, when the holidays comes up, it's always difficult to judge exactly how much you're eating and make sure you're exercising portion control. We're here right now with Effie Akerlund. She is the Assistant Food Service Director at Conway Medical Center, and she is going to talk to us today about portion control and what we can all do to make sure that we're not eating too much around the holidays. How important is that for us, Effie?
Well, the holiday time is certainly a time of year where you can certainly rack up the pounds and increase your weight. So portion control is a great way to keep your calories in check.
Yeah, and we have some examples here of different food groups. We're going to start with the fruits.
Sure. Okay, so when we talk about fruit, if we're talking about juice, 4 ounces is a serving of fruit juice. However, if it's a really concentrated juice like grape juice or cranberry juice, only 1/3 of a cup. And if you take a look at that, this might be a source of significant calories. So making sure that you're measuring your juice so that you're not overdoing it on calorie beverages. You don't want to drink all of your calories. When we talk about fresh fruit, the size of a small orange or the size of maybe a woman's fist, 1/2 cup of canned fruit, water packed or packed in its own juices is always best, or 15 grapes. If they're smaller grapes, maybe 20 grapes would be a serving size, and then a banana. If you're a diabetic, a little bit smaller of a banana, 1/2 of a 6-inch banana would be a serving size.
And fruit's always probably a good option if you're looking at that versus some of the other sweet options that you may have.
Yeah, if you're looking at a buffet table or an appetizer table at a holiday gathering, fresh fruits is always a good place to be.
All right, and vegetables obviously very important as well.
Yeah, so a serving size for vegetables would be 1 cup raw vegetables, 1/2 cup of cooked vegetables. And then we also see a lot of things like potatoes or sweet potatoes around the holidays. So take a look at the serving size of what a potato would be. It's a small potato.
Mm-hmm. Very small potato. Mm-hmm. All right, and in dairy, a lot of times you'll see the cheese trays out on tables for holiday parties.
Right, so a serving size, and normally for holiday parties what you see is cheese cubes. So that would be similar to like 4 small dice or a cheese cube, an ounce. A slice of cheese, a cheese stick. And then when we talk about dairy servings, a glass of milk, 8-ounce glass of milk, or a 6-ounce yogurt.
All right, and moving now to our meats and the portion size on those.
Okay, so when we measure meats, we're basically talking ounces. But a serving size of meat is about 3 ounces, which would look something along the lines of this. Mm-hmm. So with our meat, sometimes we see things like holiday ham, flank steak, roast beef, prime rib, 3 ounces. The size of a female's hand, the palm of a female's hand. If it's a flat meat like flank steak, maybe it would look like the width and size of a checkbook or a deck of cards. I do want to talk about nuts. A lot of times during the holidays we do see nuts on a buffet table or even on a dessert table. So 1 ounce of nuts kind of looks something along the lines of this.
Mm-hmm. And moving now to what I assume a lot of people would have problems with are carbs during holiday parties.
You are absolutely right. Especially here in the South, we love our carbs. We love our potatoes. We love our rice. We love our pastas, our macaroni and cheeses.
Absolutely.
Okay, so when we talk about maybe whipped sweet potatoes or mashed potatoes, the serving size is 1/2 cup. Kind of looks like a scoop of ice cream, I would say. You know, at holiday parties, you're not going to have your measuring cups and spoons, so you kind of have to know what it looks like as well. Mm-hmm. Pasta. 1/3 of a cup of cooked pasta is 1 serving.
That's really small.
Right. So if you're looking at a side dish of macaroni and cheese, this is what it should look like, especially at a holiday gathering or a party. That's 1 serving from the grain group. Or 1/3 of a cup of rice. It looks like that as a serving size. When we're talking about breakfast, 3/4 of a cup of cereal. Our pancakes.
Wow.
Look like this, or as an eyeball, a CD disc. Okay? Now, where we often go wrong too is maybe holiday brunches and such is in our bread group. So a slice of whole grain bread, a slice of rye bread, a slice of white bread, that's 1 serving from the bread group. Our rolls, this would be considered 2 servings, the top and the bottom of a standard hamburger or a hot dog roll. However, a lot of times when we're at holiday gatherings and such, our bread is double the size, which means it's double the servings. So we really kind of need to watch those things too when we talk about our serving sizes of our breads and cereals, pastas and grains. This is an area in which we might be a little heavy with the ladle, with our stuffings and our yams, and this is the group that we need to take control of.
Yeah, and another area that, particularly for holiday parties, might be the alcohol that people need to watch.
So when we talk about a serving of wine, we're talking about 5 ounces. When we're talking about a regular beer, 12 ounces. And for liquor, it's an ounce and a half.
And all of that adds the calories as well, obviously.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's right. And during our holiday gatherings, it's always good when you have a glass of wine to have 2 glasses of water before you have another glass of wine. Not to ruin the holiday entertaining or anything like that, but it is a source of calories.
And I guess the important thing is just to keep in mind and to be aware of what you're eating and how much you're eating.
Exactly. Paying attention to what you're eating. Try and spend more time socializing with family than staying around the food table, because then tiny tastes add up.
All right. Thanks so much, Effie.
You're very welcome.